Hello, we are Geeks Assembled, and today we're discussing a 1985 movie directed by Ron Howard, executive producer George Lucas, and there we go, look, it's Willow, starring Warwick Davis and Val Kilmer, with other people as well in the movie, but we'll get to that as we go along. So, yeah, I mean, back in the 80s, fantasy movies sort of hit big time. There was a hell of a lot of them out there, and this was somewhere in the middle. And it's sort of become a cult movie these days. I don't think it did that well at the cinema, but people do like this movie, and it's now getting a TV series made out of it. So we'll see how that one goes. So we'll go. Yeah, we'll go to opening thoughts. It's just me and Susan today, so this will mostly be a quick little review. Susan, your opening thoughts on Willow?
All right. Well, I love this movie. I bought this when I bought the VHS for Excalibur, and
Yeah, good movie that as well.
yeah. So these two were like, my foray into fantasy for that moment, and I really love the story. I love how it's sort of Hobbit-esque in that the Nevlins or whatever are like hobbits, and they, though they are the central character, the central power figure. They start off really simple and become totally amazing in the process of this adventure. And there's a Daikini baby, and the Daikinis are what the Netherlands call the giants.
Yeah.
And people like Val Kilmer and Jean Marsh are Daikinis. And this is a baby who is born in prison with a midwife with a soul who runs off with the baby instead of just turning it over to the prisoner, the wardens, and the child is marked like she's got a prophecy, and the prophecy is that she will be that she'll overturn what's her name, Bagmorda, overturn her power, and in the when Willow Offgood gets the Daikini baby out of the river, it's kind of like a Moses story too, in that his wife and his two children, and he fall in love with the baby, and he tries to save the baby, and takes it to Crossroads, and there was Val Kilmer's character Mad Mardigan. And Mad Mardigan is actually the hero in a folk song series that has been part of the Society for Creative Anachronism all along. And so Mad Mardigan is a legendary character in the medieval recreation, the medieval LARPers, basically. And yeah, so it's wildly adventurous. It has James Bond style stunts and escape scenes and the fight scenes are quite as dramatic as Excalibur and those sorts of things. It's got so much going for it. Even Billy Barty is in it, and you know, Warwick Davis and Joanna Wally as Sorsha, and it's also romantic in that. And then Jean Marsh, who basically is reprising her character in Battlefield when she's in Doctor Who as Morgaine. This is her as Queen Bavmorda. I mean, it's she's amazing. Oh my gosh, she's amazing. The only thing this thing needs is Nicholas Courtney to be complete.
No, please no.
It was so good, and it was great that it had like just this huge village full of the little people, and that was just like amazing. I mean, really amazing. A really cool thing. And let's see. And also there was 2 brownies in it that were really fun to watch.
Yeah.
When you watch the little when you watch the behind the scenes thing, the brownie characters proclaim that this movie is actually entirely about them, and then they complain that they've been housed in the Barbie super house or whatever it's called. Anyway, it's super fun. So yeah, and Julie Peters is in it, and Julie Peters ended up doing a lot of cool things, and she plays Kaya, the wife of Willow. And I mean, they have some straight up, neat romantic stuff there going on. Anyway, so it's a beautiful, beautiful story. I love it a lot, and I will. Yeah, I'll just go on and on and on about it. Over to you, Lee.
Thank you, Susan. See, this was, as you mentioned, Jean Marsh as Morgaine in Doctor Who Battlefield. This was 1988, so this was before Morgaine. So she was sort of playing this character in Battlefield, really.
Oh, you're kidding me.
Yeah, this was a year before. This was 88. Battlefield was 89. So.
Oh my gosh. Oh wow.
Well, maybe they filmed it at roughly the same time. I don't know, but the release date 1 year before, and also as well, this was Val Kilmer's only his fourth movie. So it was early on in his career. This, I think, this was his first film after Top Gun. Top Gun was before this one, I think. And as you say, there was Joanne Wally, who played opposite him in this movie, who later, after this movie, became Joanne Wally Kilmer.
Yeah, that's right. They got hitched.
Yeah, so I'm assuming it all started on the set of this movie.
Oh, apparently.
Yeah, but yeah, it's a wonderfully crafted movie. I mean, the scenery in it is just so well shot. The landscapes. As you say, you mentioned the stunts are brilliantly done. Especially the down the snow scene when the skiing down the snow slopes. That is so well done. But for me, Jean Marsh is not in this enough. She should have been in it more, because she does steal the scene when she's in every scene she's in. She does steal it. There she go. There's old Jean Marsh. She's just
All right,
so,
I'll just put her front and center.
yeah. She's just so, when she's playing evil, she's got it off to a T. She knows what she's doing. Yeah, I don't mind movies like this. I mean, some people say fantasy movies, but they're just fun adventure movies, aren't they? You know, you can just lose yourself for an hour and a half watching these. And when you say Warwick Davis, before this, he was more well known for playing an Ewok.
When he was a kid, yeah.
Yeah. Well, what was it? Return of the Jedi was what, 83?
Yeah.
So this 1988. So it's not that much, you know, only a few years in between.
But he was like 17 when he played Wicket, and then he, as Willow, he was like, 25.
Was he? You sure?
I don't know.
I don't know. I'll have to Google that.
I'm just making up numbers, but go on. Talk more about Jean Marsh. Go ahead.
No. What I'm going to say is, I wonder what the the agents thought when a call came through. We need 30 little people or more for a village of little people, because that must have been a hard task to find that amount of people. I know there are a lot in the industry, but there did seem to be a hell of a lot in this movie. You know what I mean? They must have had.
They weren't all actors.
Right.
I'm going to pull this down. According to the behind the scenes, they weren't all actors. They were they were just people in the community.
Right. Warwick Davis, born
70.
Same age as me. So he was in 88. He was 18. He was 18 at the time. So looks. I mean, it's 18. I'm trying to figure that out. Yeah, 18. Gold. I'm just feeling old now.
So when he was in Return of the Jedi, he was 13.
Yeah.
He was 13 years old, and he stole the show.
He stole it. Yeah, he did. And George Lucas saw something in him back then, and thought, right, Willow, I know who to do. Who's going to get this? Warwick Davis. And he did a good job in this, to be honest. He really did. I mean, it's a pity his film career didn't really take off. I mean, he's been in a few movies and TV stuff, and now lately he hosts a game show on British TV. So his career's been a steady career, but it's just a shame his film career didn't go in one direction. Val Kilmer, well, he's one of these actors. He plays Val Kilmer, really, doesn't he? Because he's any movie you see him in, it's the same sort of characterization he plays. Yeah. So, but I can't knock that. He was good in the role. I was just more interested in the action and Jean Marsh.
But George Lucas and Lucasfilm has used him all the way through. I mean, what is it? He was in The Rise of Skywalker. He's been in every single Star Wars movie, I think.
Oh, right. I didn't know that. But, for me, though, I mean, it's a fantasy film, so you do have to have a bit of dark in this. And for me, and it's the Jean Marsh thing again, was when she was turning everybody into pigs. That that scene was quite horrific.
Yeah.
Like everybody was writhing around in agony, and they were all changing. That was so well done. But, and the battle scene between the two witches as well. That was awesome. So, anything you would like to say on moments?
Well, I love it when that sprightly fairy convinces Willow to continue the voyage. I thought that was fun. It looked like she was underwater, and like the special effect was brilliant. And then the other thing that I really love, the other scene that I really love is I love when they're fighting the fire breathing two-headed dragon.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I mean, he stabs he points the wand at the troll, and the troll falls in the water. The troll dies, uncovers his skin, falls in he kicks him in the water, and then he suddenly rises up as a two-headed fire-breathing dragon. I mean, like, what? It's so fun. And that was, I mean, that was such a brilliant fight scene anyway, that when you add that in, it was just like, wow. Suddenly everything's on fire, and it's super perilous, and it was amazing.
Yeah, I totally forgot about it. Good job you reminded me about the two-headed dragon. Yeah, that is a great scene. That
it was, and then there was when they going from one village up the mountain to one village down the mountain on a shield that was like acting like a sled. It's so awesome. You have to see it. You have to see it, guys. It's just
that was so well shot as well. That was so well shot.
And the fact that they used like England and Wales, and then they went to New Zealand to film the winter scenes. I mean, it was fantastic. It was so good. And Jean Marsh.
Yeah, go on.
Jean Marsh was a phenomenal bad guy. She did she did more in this than she did as Morgaine in Doctor Who. I mean, she kidnapped a child. She was going to kill the child. She was going to bring down all the power of the universe into herself. She killed an old lady. She did all this amazing, wicked stuff, In terms of being a bad guy, she was amazing. And it was really romantic. I mean, first there was the romance between Willow and Kaya, and like their sweet kisses, and the way he just embraced her, and you could just, oh my God, that was just amazing. It took my head. And then later on it was these two who got up to a bit of romance too, because of the trickster of the brownies. They had a little fairy dust, and he bopped him on the head with it, and suddenly he's in love with her.
How would you take Val Kilmer as a woman?
Well, that was fun too. That was really fun. But it wasn't like drag. It was just,
there is a lot of comedy in this, to be honest.
There is a lot of comedy. Yeah.
Especially with Willow trying to return the other witch to a human form. Played magnificently by Patricia when she comes to human form.
Yes.
All the mishaps of those animals. It's so funny. It really
And
is.
and when Kale was the guy who's in Indiana Jones. He was the guy he's that guy. That actor plays all those guys. All those tough guys in the Indiana Jones movies. Let me see.
What, Pat Roach?
Yes, Pat Roach.
I didn't know he was in this, but there you go. Oh, have to go.
He was Kale, and yeah.
Right. I didn't recognize him.
And anyway, and Kale is looking for the baby in the second village, the one after they did the whole down the mountain thing.
Oh, yeah, he definitely was 1988 Willow. Yep, you're correct.
And the baby's crying, and poor little Elora Dannon's just bawling her head off because she needs to be changed. Not because she's afraid of anybody, because she's not afraid of anything. She just flew down the mountain. She's like Baby Yoda. Elora Dannon's like Baby Yoda. She just gets into the adventure. I just love that part of it. And so she's going down. She goes down the mountain. She needs to son. She probably pooped herself. She needs to be changed, and she's crying. And then the little crow that the witch had turned into comes in and caws at the same time as the cries. I thought that was so well done. It was so fun, and yeah, just amazing movie.
The battle scene, not the battle scene was good, but the scene between the two witches at the end, the confrontation between those two, was so well done. And then the Queen Bavmorda, her downfall as well. The way her demise was just so brilliantly done, and came across on screen as just getting that, just sort of going into the red mist and out of the sky. Yeah, that was just so well done.
Yeah, that was incredible. It really was, because that's what she was trying to do to the baby. And then when the blood spilled on her, and oh my gosh, it happened to her. Yeah, so good. I'm just
and I mentioned to you yesterday that I was sat through watching this the other day, and you know what? I don't think I've ever seen this before. I couldn't remember any of it.
Well,
go figure.
I am quite glad that you have it now to watch at your leisure, and I just hope that you do enjoy watching it. Repeatedly.
It was. I did watch it, but I must have watched it before, but it was just wasn't coming back to me. So, anything else you'd like to say before we move on?
Yeah, as long as Warwick Davis keeps doing all of the Flitwick and all of the stuff, the grip hook ones, everything from Harry Potter, and he does something in every single Star Wars movie and Star Wars TV show that comes along. He will stay busy. I think that this is he's such a good actor. He is your age, and the fact that he's done 88 things or 80, maybe 98 things that he's done. He's just done so much stuff.
Yeah, I mean, he's more of a supporting actor these days. I mean, but this was a leading role.
Yeah,
and that's why I was just a bit disappointed his career didn't go down that route, because he's so damn good in this.
Yeah.
But it wasn't to be, I suppose.
Yeah.
Right then. So we'll go to final say and score then.
Okay.
Susan.
Easy. 10 beautiful fairies out of 10. 10 God, just the best stuff ever. 10 shields as sleds out of I don't know. It's so good. I just love
She
this
doesn't know what
story.
she's talking about. She's
I
lost
love
it.
this story so much.
Right, I'm gonna. Yes, I enjoyed it so much. I'm gonna give it 10 little people out of 10.
Oh, that's good.
So, yeah. So that's our little review. Our little review. Do you get it? Our little review of,
Yeah.
of Willow. So you guys out there, please leave us a comment and let us know what you thought of the movie. We're on YouTube. Please, if you want to be notified when we put videos up, press the notification bell and you'll get notified. Subscribe as well. If you're not subscribing and you're just watching this by chance, please subscribe, because it makes all the difference to us knowing that there's people out there. We're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, we're on all the social medias, and so if you want to be on our these little things in our group, you can contact me on any of those. Geeks Assembled, we're there. Just leave us a little message and we'll get you on as soon as we can.
Yep.
So and you'll be able to talk to the likes of Susan. She's always in an element when she wants to talk Doctor Who and Nicholas Courtney.
True story.
So it's very true. God, it's so true. It's unbelievable. But we're always there because the group of people that we've got, we like to talk about anything. Some people love horror, some people love science fiction, some people just love Doctor Who, some people love Star Trek, don't they, Susan?
Yep.
Some people love Star Wars.
Yep.
Some people just love old black and white movies.
Yep.
I don't. So, we just love anything. And we also love audio drama.
Yep, we do.
Me and Susan are two of the most biggest fans of audio drama in our group. And we would like to have more people in our audio casts as well. So that's a little shout. That's a little shout out if you want to get involved in our audio stuff. We usually do that every 2 weeks on a Friday. So if you want to be involved in that, let us know. So until next time, please be safe, look after yourself, and bye for now.